Good morning. Hi, this is Eric Lehman, and welcome to day 8 of Morning Has Broken and I Don't Want to Fix It. Wow, it's been another great morning, and this one started just cuddling with my daughter. She's 7, and she is just adorable. And I've just been noticing that when we start our days just holding each other, like hugging each other, the days are just in more flow, and it's good to start so early in the day with that flow. um yeah, so just read a whole bunch of poetry and found some stillness, and yeah, it's been really good. I was struck by just two words and like the energy around them today, and I guess maybe it's four words. It's like the word have to and the word get to. And I feel like this is it's profound. It's just the shift between living in the have to world and living in the get to world. I mean, there are a lot of things that society wants to have you use the have to term around, and especially when it comes to parenting. There's a whole bunch of supposed have tos, and I mean, I get what it means to be committed as a parent, and I still believe that I wake up in the morning and I get to do that, and having that be something I get to do, just it shifts the energy from something of obligation to something of contribution and gift, and celebration. So that's really what I'm present to. The verses that I read, really spoke to letting go more and more, and just whatever it means to deepen our surrender. That's what we get to do, and that's more who we get to be. And I think I know that that's the real blessing in all of this, is that who do we get to be, and 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 rather than like what do we have to do, maybe that's it. Like maybe more in thinking about it, it's who we get to be rather than what we have to do. And um and I'm encouraging you all to explore the have to energy versus the get to energy, and maybe it's extending it a little further, and contrasting the what we do versus who we be energy. And it's just, to me, I'm really curious to know what that's like for anyone else out there. The idea of being our change, and and knowing that everything is an inside job. Everything. um, whether it's how we love someone else, that comes from inside. That's a generated experience, and so, and really letting go of the actions of others in the world as a determining factor in how we get to show up. I mean, show up first. We get to show up first. The shape of our container matters, and I think I know that's why meditating and finding stillness, and starting from a place of happiness and contribution and celebration every day is a great way to prepare our container, not as a force field, not so that nothing gets in, uh, more so as something that's permeable, uh, and complete at the same time. And so I think that's a really great way of looking at it. It's like, osmosis. Like water can get into to places where not many other things can get in. Um, and that's what's amazingly powerful about the simplicity of water. It just finds its way in, and it permeates so much, which is why many say that life is water and water is life. Um, that's why on Mars, we always look for proof of water, which could also allude to proof of life, and that's kind of really interesting too. So today, I ask and challenge you all to see what it feels like to first embrace the get to in our lives, and to try to shift the proportion of our lives that we can say get to around. And this isn't an all or nothing thing. There are still things that that in my world I still probably say I have to do. Um, and yet last year for me, one of the things that I was able to transform my language around was instead of saying I have to take my kids to dance rehearsal, I would say I get to take my kids to dance rehearsal. And it really actually transformed the whole ride. And 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 the experience that we had around each of those trips was just elevated and lifted up from an expectation responsibility uh, feeling to a um, you know part of the journey, and not just the destination. um, it's really interesting that word comes up, because one of the things that I have on my agenda, if it all lands, is to actually see a music group called The Destination. uh, and it actually had um, I have a long understanding of this group, and and it's just really cool who is associated with it. and uh, and I'm wondering, it's kind of interesting because another favorite group of mine is Journey. so so I like both Journey and The Destination, and it's kind of cool. So I'm in a very uh, light musicy mood. Woke up with Soul to Soul, Keep on Moving, and that really set the stage for a dance party like morning. And I made omelets with my kids, and just had a blast. And it's really amazing what we get to do when we know that that's all there is to do, is to get to do stuff, and get to be. So I I'm excited about who I get to be, and I'm excited about who I get to be with you all. I love you all. I believe that one of the things, one of what I get to be is just love. And I use the word just kind of lightly. I mean, to be love is really what I hope manifests from all of this, and daily transformation, and just shifting the energy of the universe, one interaction at a time. And that's all I want to ever be in charge of, is just who I get to show up as in this moment. And so in this moment, I say thank you for sharing with me, and I love you all, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.